Hi, I'm Sanjay,
Hi, I'm Tushar.
and we are the co-founders and expedition leaders at Adventures Overland.
This year, Road to London was bigger and better. Once again, we drove 16,000 kilometers through 18 countries with a convoy of 15 cars and 30 people all the way from India to London.
49 days of an amazing journey, and we wanted to share some of the best moments of this epic drive.
Hope you guys enjoy the video and feel inspired to join us next year on this journey of a lifetime.
This is Road to London 2018.
Let's meet the participants that made the Road to London 2018. Countries, 16,000 kilometers and 49 days. It was time again to embark on the adventure of a lifetime. The journey started from Imphal, India and was flagged off by the Honorable Chief Minister of Manipur, Shri N. Biren Singh, and Mr. Isra Stapaneseth, Director of Tourism, Thailand. And just like that, we were off to explore the wonders of this glorious world with a road trip that would take us all the way to London. After clearing our first land border, we made our way to Myanmar through the Indo-Myanmar Friendship Bridge. Half of this iconic bridge belongs to India and the other half to Myanmar. Crossing the bridge got us to our second country, the Golden Land, the land of monasteries, pagodas and the most beautiful architecture, Myanmar. The Thingyang Water Festival is the Burmese New Year celebration, and we were lucky enough to be in the country in time to soak in all the festivities.
It was a great cultural experience and the resort was beyond expectation. We had a fantastic time last night and got to know each of our fellow mates even better.
After Bagan, Myanmar, it was back on the highway, headed towards the Mawadi-Mesot border before reaching country number 3, Thailand. After we were done with immigration on the Myanmar side of the border, everything changed. With just a man-made line, we found ourselves cruising from the right side to a left side drive on a highway that just revs your heart up. The highways in Thailand were an absolute pleasure to ride on. The Thai countryside makes for some breathtaking views and the hospitality of the country is unmatched. Thailand Tourism hosted a glorious traditional dinner for the convoy and also got us to be interviewed by BBC Thailand. Their warm hospitality makes it no surprise that Thailand boasts of the largest arrival of tourists in the world. 3 countries down, we thought we'd ask the participants how their journey was till now.
We really had a fantastic time in Myanmar. It was very nice to know about the culture of the Myanmar people and how the history. The guide was very informative and really enjoyed. Had a great time. Tushar and Sanjay did a very fantastic job feeding us. Thank you.
Myanmar experience was great. We had never imagined that it's such a beautiful countryside, and the border crossing was very smooth, even in Myanmar and in Thailand.
We had an awesome food experience, and it was a wonderful passing through Myanmar, where the terrain was varied. Initially it was slightly backward, then we got into very good roads, the food was wonderful, and the company was great. And Adventure Overland, as usual, was highly professional, and it was extremely smooth passing through Myanmar. And once we were in Thailand, it was extremely as if it was a breeze passing through. Very good, awesome. Keep it up.
Today now we're crossing over from Myanmar to Thailand. The transition was so beautiful. On the Myanmar side, the terrain was drier, the roads are upcoming. You can see growth that is happening in the country. It was already so overwhelming to be on that side. Once we tried all the food and met the local people, they were really warm. We passed through the immigration, flawless.
From Thailand, it was time for the old world charm of Laos. As we cross the border to enter country number 4, Laos.
Good morning everybody. This is day 9 on road to London. We have already crossed from India to Myanmar to Thailand, and just now we have entered Laos, which is country number 4. Everybody is feeling really excited and very high. We are having an amazing time and loving every minute of this journey.
Laos is a breathtaking cultural throwback that should be present in anyone's travel itinerary. Laos is one of the hidden jewels of Southeast Asia. Through the highways of Laos, we were making our way to the superpower of the modern world, the land of pandas and our favorite food, China. Entering China was one thing, but experiencing China was a whole different story. We had our longest stay in China, the 5th country on the road to London 2018. We covered 5,500 kilometers over 17 days. We visited the Earth Forest, which has hundreds of natural clay formations formed over 1.5 million years and provides the most breathtaking natural sights. In China, the landscape and weather constantly keep changing dramatically. At times, we were driving through absolutely barren brown mountains, while at other times the landscape would suddenly become all green. China's leap in modernity with a balance of its culture is something that is absolutely amazing to experience. The big city life is grand and modern, while their historical culture well preserved. The countryside in China is one of the most picturesque. For 17 days, this was our home, and language wasn't too much of a barrier, but the roads were awesome for a ride. We took a short little boat trip to show off our photography skills before heading out to one of China's most famous monuments. In China, we visited the giant Buddha of Lisha, the largest stone-cut Buddha in the world. But everyone was most excited about meeting China's most famous furry friend, the panda in Chengdu. Some shopping in the city with a whole lot of wine and dine. China's food and flavors were an experience worth digging into, and their unique culture kept shining throughout our journey. The best refreshment in China is some Chinese green tea before heading out back to the mountainous highways.
been an amazing drive, something really, really well experienced by me. It's been such an experience with these both the boys. Sanjay and Tushar has been a great team.
Good morning, all of you. See, it's a wonderful trip, been planned and executed so nicely, so far so good. We really thank God for everything. We are having a wonderful time. And the best part is Tibetan Plateau Drive is wonderful. And I never expected we will get a super 5-star accommodation in this Tibetan Plateau. Compared to Sarchu and other places, this is really super 5-star accommodation. Most comfortable. Of course, the hot water problem is there anywhere. But really, we're enjoying it. We hope to have a wonderful time ahead also. Have a wonderful day. Have a nice and safe journey to all. Thank you so much.
I was expecting this trip to do a lot of wonders, and we are just 8,000 kilometers through the trip, and we are already so convinced about it that the further thing is going to be still better and more better, and I'm loving it.
So we've completed about 2 weeks from the day we began our trip. It's been really interesting both culturally and weather-wise. We've driven from Thailand, where it was about 40 degrees Celsius, to Roorgai, where it's 0 degrees Celsius. It's been fun. The hotels have been nice, comfortable. Adventures Overland has been really taking good care of us. And we're looking forward to the rest of the trip, both food-wise and culture-wise.
China was breathtaking, and the terrain kept on changing, from mountains to a whole lot of snow. Before we made our way to one of the wonders of the world, it was time for a whole lot of fun in the snow. And what's a little fun without some purely desi flavors? Back on the road, and we ditched our SUVs to have some fun with some motorized scooters before heading to one of the greatest wonders of the world, the Great Wall of China.
In this 20 days that we have been together, finally now my wife cannot tell me that you don't give me time, because I am confined with her almost all the time, either in the car or in the room.
So Tushar Agarwal, Sanjay Madan and Prachur Thayal, we're happy we could do this trip. We have come a long way, like you said, we have come 23 days this far, close to 10,000 kilometers. We never thought this is possible. Thanks for motivating and hand-holding us. It was a greatly enjoyable trip. We could see the world, the villages, the experiences, the landscapes, changing beautiful landscapes, and the different countries. We really enjoyed the trip. The experience was awful, great.
Great Wall of China was a dream for me. And from Goa to China, the Great Wall of China, which I today managed to climb, it was a fantastic achievement for me. Thanks to Adventure Overland, who helped me make this dream of mine, climbing the Great Wall of China.
अभी 18 दिन बीते हैं और मैंने म्यांमार, लाओस, थाईलैंड और अब चाइना का आधा हिस्सा करीब पार कर चुके हैं हम लोग, और अभी गोबी डेजर्ट में पहुँचे हैं। और मुझे लगता है कि ये जर्नी बहुत ही अभी तक जैसे फंटास्टिक रही है। उम्मीद करता हूँ कि आगे भी ऐसे ही दिन बीत जाएंगे, पता नहीं चलेगा।
From the Great Wall of China, it was time for a spellbinding cultural show which mirrored the Chinese Empire's culture and tradition. After a little food before the highway, we made our way to the magnificent Gobi Desert. The Gobi Desert is one of the largest desert regions in Asia, covering most parts of north and northwestern China. This sudden change in landscape caught everyone's attention, and it's always a little fun when you're playing in the sand. From China, it was on towards the Stan countries in Central Asia. But change is always part of the plan, and exiting China was tougher than we thought it would be.
So I'm enjoying this trip till now, and I hope I will as we continue.
Kyrgyzstan and its landscape and culture left a remarkable impression on our entire convoy. And here's a sneak peek of some of the memories we picked up along the way. Next stop, Uzbekistan, and onwards to greener pastures before making our way into Europe. At the halfway point of the trip, we took a minute to just refresh everyone's memories and achievements for making it this far.
Samarkand is a really fascinating place here, and which I'm quite sure that you will all enjoy the sights of Samarkand.
Being on this journey and being able to complete this journey is a blessing in itself for yourself. So we should all consider ourselves very, very lucky and fortunate that we are all on this journey, and the final goal is of course to reach London, and that is the only goal.
A train ride into the heart of the country gave everyone a much needed break from the road. Uzbekistan is historically one of the major stops on the Silk Route, the trade route that opened up China to the Mediterranean. Samarkand is a glorious city of Islamic architecture, mosques and mosaic-covered buildings. The city was founded around 7th century BC, making it way older than ancient Rome. We also had a birthday boy in the house, and it was time for some birthday celebrations. En route to Kazakhstan. Kazakhstan opens up a totally different terrain. Clear glimpses of the horizon are visible on the drive. Wild horses, rocky terrain and ever-friendly people. It was time to indulge in some local delicacy, and camel's milk was what was on the top of that list. The 9th biggest country of the world offered open fields and a terrain we had not witnessed in our entire journey. The weather gods played their magic to offer glimpses of some serene sights before we made our way to Russia. Russia was the second largest stretch we had on our journey to London, a 2,300-kilometer run through the country. But Russia for us was all about Moscow and its never-ending energy. A 2-day stop to check out the Red Square, Kremlin and St. Basil's Cathedral. Our time in Russia passed like a breeze as we drove from Samara, Penza and Moscow. Here's a look at all of the memories we picked up along the way in Russia. Travel really makes strangers into the closest of friends, and our convoy was more like family. Moscow really brought out the energy in the group, and it was time for a whole lot of fun, beer and a whole lot of sun. Within a few days, it was time for the most awaited border crossing, as we were entering the Schengen area, which also meant that no more border crossings while driving through different countries, until we reached our final destination. The final stretch was straight through Eastern Europe, from Latvia, Lithuania, Poland, Czech Republic, Germany, Netherlands, Belgium and France.
Kad jūs aplankysite 18 šalių ir viena iš tų šalių yra Lietuva, Vilnius.
It's a great thing that you will meet 18 countries during your trip, and one of this country will be Lithuania and Vilnius.
Welcome to Vilnius. Hi, it's a great journey.
Hi, here we are, Lithuania, here we come.
Hello.
Awesome journey. We feel so honored.
Yeah, we are liking it so much.
बहुत मजा आ रहा है भाई, बहुत मजा आ रहा है.
Beautiful journey. मैं खुश हुआ.
भाई तो पहले से ही खुश है.
Hello, Lithuania rocks.
Europe was all about enjoying the gorgeous countryside, the busking culture of Europe, and a whole lot of adult beverages. The picturesque cities were a stark contrast from the terrain of Central Asia, and everyone was soaking up some sun and making the most of it before we reached our final destination. The bike yourself around beer trucks was one of the most fun activities we did as a group. Cycling around an entire city with great food, good company, and great beer. This is what life is about. After a whole day of drinking, it was time to hit the gym, and we took on the roads for the ultimate push-up contest. Tushar was the eventual winner of the push-up contest, and the workout helped us to focus and get back on the road for our main destination, London. Europe provided some of the best memories we had on the trip, as the group got closer and connected over a whole lot of sun. This was it, the final stop, the last stretch to a journey that made strangers into the closest of friends, that made the world so much smaller.
We have finally reached UK, country number 18, after driving for 49 days. It has been an absolutely fantastic journey so far. We've had lots of different experiences, lots of long hours waiting at the borders, bad weather, snow, rain, driving through deserts, driving on the Autobahn. We are very happy that after such a long journey, all the 15 cars and all the 29 people have safely reached the ferry port in Calais, and now we are just going to go on the ferry and go to Dover, which is in the UK, and drive straight to London. So
First of all, I'd like to congratulate Adventure Overland for making this trip a great memory, and especially Tushar, Sanjay and Prachur. I love them so much. They have given us every comfort what we want.
We are just 3 hours away from London. Last 49 days we are driving. It's an amazing experience, and I can say it's a lifetime thing you must do in your life. Thank you.
We really had a fantastic time. It got over so soon. I was quite nervous at the start, but
the trip has almost come to an end. I am super excited to see my mom and my sister in London. For last 40 days we all got to know each other so well, and I'll miss the group a lot, especially Sanjay and Tushar, the best expedition leaders.
This was very amazing trip to London. It was my dream. It's come true, and around it's completing. I'm very happy with Adventure Overland.
Hi, I'm Kinjal Trivedi from car number 2. This epic journey has always been a dream of mine, and thanks to Sanjay and Tushar and Prachur, who have really made it possible effortlessly and flawlessly.
The convoy boarded the ferry that would take us through the English Channel on day 49 and drop us safe into the UK. Surprisingly, the border crossing at UK turned out to be the friendliest and fastest of all border crossings on this expedition. Our journey across the English Channel was a quiet one, as everyone was sinking in the memories of this 49-day trip that changed our lives forever. The English Channel is a water body that separates southern England from northern France, and this was the only thing that remained between us and London. The road to London 2018 was a great journey, and we started off from Delhi, traveled through Southeast Asia, Central Asia, Russia, Eastern Europe, and finally, we were ready to soak in the road in London. After reaching Dover, we drove another 150 kilometers to reach Westminster Bridge and took group photographs with London Eye in the background to be kept as a souvenir for years to come. The sense of everyone's achievement started dawning on us. We had done 18 countries in 49 days and finally made it to our final destination. As we drove through the city of London, everyone had a sense of joy and achievement. This was a road trip that they would remember forever, and it was time to soak in all the memories of our final destination with the Indian flag held high. We often forget to take time out for ourselves. The road to London is a yearly expedition where one can find themselves. There is nothing greater than traveling on the road with absolute strangers and ending up as the best of friends. Join you again next year on the road to London, brought to you by Adventures Overland.